You want to get in on this? Since how you weren't cool enough to be in today's video.
You don't want to invite me to the video.
Oh, whatever.
You're like, just stay out of the camera. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay. Hold on. All right. So this brings up an interesting point. I want you guys to. I'm 5'8". Okay. So everyone, this is a funny one. Everyone always that comes in, they're always like, you look shorter. No,
Yeah.
I'm 5'8". Okay. So.
5'2", 5'3".
All right.
Yes.
So 5'8". That's how tall I am.
Well,
So.
if I go, hang on.
What's up, Jason? What's up? What's up?
Go back a little bit.
Oh yeah.
There you
Is
go.
that better?
So now,
But now you
we're
have a
kind
giant head. I mean, you have a giant head anyways, but I mean, yeah.
What's up, Jason?
What's up, everyone? All right, so thank you so much for taking
Our
the
gift.
time out of your Friday. Hopefully you guys are getting ready to head home, dip out of the office. Look at this for the rest of you guys. Look at that. Beautiful. It was raining this morning. It's beautiful now. You know what that means, Fernando?
That means we're in Florida.
That means we're in Florida. Not only that,
Yo, yo, yo.
but that means run night, man. Run night.
Oh,
So this has
yeah.
been a great week for running.
Yeah.
So Monday, we don't
Yeah.
run Monday because that's the deal I made with Sue. But Tuesday was good. Wednesday was good. Last night was good. I'm back under 7 minutes.
Cool.
Or back in the 7 minutes, I shouldn't say.
Okay.
I'm at 7 minutes, so that's cool. Happy about that.
Okay.
Either way, the reason why we're bugging you guys today is because as we talked about on Monday, we were hinting that you're going to be gone. This is your last day. This is actually a Friday for you.
This
Ready,
is my
everyone?
Saturday.
Friday.
Oh,
Friday,
actually,
Friday.
yes. That's my Friday. I can
So-
come tomorrow.
Yes, so you're not going to be here tomorrow,
No.
so that means I get to do all the work by myself. Yay me. But what that means is that I'm patiently waiting for your audio control. There you go.
So Jason is like used to be 5'10", shrinking with the age.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, I'm 5'9". Anyways, but so we got a special guest coming in tomorrow. Now we've only done one other time where we've had a guest live. They're always live. Guest come in on Saturday. That was Jeff Smith. We had him come on to fill in for you.
Yep.
He's gonna be in College Town this weekend at A&M in Texas at the sound quality competition there. So Mecca and Ayaska are having an event there in what's up?
Yeah.
In Texas. So if you're in the Texas area, sorry, the phone rang. Really? So hopefully, all right. So phone rang. Sorry. We're back. We're back. Hopefully that didn't ruin anything.
Saludo, Mando Fresco.
Anyways, what I was getting at is, so Jeff can't make it. I asked him, and then there's a big thing in Daytona this weekend. So I had to really struggle to find someone, and then I called my buddy Nathan, who's in charge of PAC, and I said, hey
Yeah.
man, why don't you come on the show? And and he was like, ooh, that's a good idea. But he likes to back out of stuff and so he goes, I'll do you one better. And I said, okay. So he's gonna we're bringing on a special guest that works at PAC. He is the guy that goes out and helps validate all the stuff that we put into cars.
Okay.
So they have a cool engineering name for him, but basically what he does is he goes out to the car lots, and when, let's say you got an RP4 or whatever it's called, or an Amp Pro or something like that, he's the gentleman that goes out to the parking lots and makes sure this stuff works for us so that we can then sell it, or you can install it in your car. So we're going to have him tomorrow. His name is Tyler. Tyler.
Okay. Tyler.
Which we'll learn more about what he does tomorrow.
Okay.
And then also the show and tell part of it that'll be tomorrow. So not only I get another guy. Now he's been an installer. He's worked at a couple different car stereo places, 3 that I know of.
Nice.
So he'll be able to. We're going to do Q&A. But the real excitement tomorrow is that we are going to have touchy-feely stuff to show you guys.
Saludos,
now,
Juan.
We got this the other day.
There you go, it's Jason.
Eh.
Jason just asked about that.
We got this the other day.
What
this
is that?
This is what I call the Evil 8.
The
But it's
Evil
not the
8.
Evil 8, it's the Evaluate. Oh, look at
Elevate.
that. Elevate. But anyway, so this is the Elevate. We got this, so we're going to talk about this some more tomorrow. And we're going to do a full unboxing of this, so stay tuned. We just got it in this week, and we started playing with it yesterday and just kind of going through and pushing the buttons and opening the box and seeing what goes where. But
We have a lot of stuff to do.
the reason why this is so cool is that, for one, it's a finished product, meaning that this screen itself is a finished. The cable that attaches this is like 1.5 feet. But and you can buy a 4-foot version of it. I'm just saying.
You can put it everywhere.
Anyways, we won't talk about this more today because we want to have something to talk about tomorrow. And
Okay.
so this is their baby, not necessarily. Anyways, you guys can see it tomorrow.
Okay.
We got a couple questions.
We have a couple questions.
We got some time. What's up from Sweden? Oh, I got a voicemail.
Hi
gotta
from
get a drink.
Long Beach, California.
Ask a question, Fernando.
Saludos, Rui. Everybody say hi, 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 hi. That's it.
I know, and I appreciate you guys. The front should be the same finish as the back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna find out why that's not so important tomorrow.
What's up, Luis?
Oh yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Johnny say, hopefully Paul doesn't slam you tomorrow with the installs.
Not if he knows what's good for him.
Yeah.
What's up from Iowa? Should put a capacitor on the positive wire
on the
for the
tweeter.
tweeter. Yes. I'm going to say yes. Whether you're going active or passive, it's still not a bad idea to have some form of a stopgap in there just in case you get it wrong.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea. Hey, what's up from New York?
What is the hardest car to install a system in? Man, depends.
Well, according to Shaughnessy, it was the PT Cruiser convertible. Putting some
Okay.
rear speakers in that sucked.
Okay.
And of course, my answer to that was, you know what sucks even more? Doing it in the snow. Because he's from Canada. Anyways, so that's a great question. We get that question a lot. I've had that I mean, obviously, I've been doing this a really long time, so people ask me that all the time. They say, hey, what is the hardest car to work on? It used to be the old 300ZX, the rear speakers, because they were little Bose 4-inch or some 6.5. So
Yep.
you literally had to pull the whole back of the car out just to get to those. And this was the rub. The grills popped off. The grills popped off, so if you wanted to do some braking, you could get them out that way. But you know me, I'm gonna take way too much of the car apart. So really, it's just a mix of integration capabilities, meaning how hard is it gonna be to integrate into the car?
Yeah.
What are we doing there?
Yeah.
And then how much. It's not even so much how much of the car we have to take apart anymore, because it seems like every car that comes in, we have to take it all the way apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
At this point of the installs that we do is like everything have to come up.
I think the hardest car was the last one we worked on.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah,
how
yeah,
they say,
no.
what was the only easy day? Yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like the hardest car was yesterday,
Yep,
or the
yep.
day before that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
there's always new challenges, and you
Yeah.
just kind of work through them.
All right. It's any way I can put 3 audio control amplifiers in a Toyota Avalon. It's possible. Yes. Everything is possible. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, so
Um,
let's think about that for a minute. The LCs you could definitely do, but the Ds aren't really designed to be stacked like that. So what we do is, like the D61200
Mm-hmm.
and one of the sub amps is great. That gives you 6 channels for highs, and that gives you an output out of the 600 to go
For the
to the
1.800,
sub amp, whatever.
yeah.
Well, that or the 15, the 800 or the 1500.
Right. Yeah.
So that gives you 6 channels for highs. Where the problem lies is, now what if I want to do rear and I want to go 3-way front active? So what do I do there? If you want to have it time aligned, then okay, so now you say, all right, well, I'm going to go with 2 D 4.800s. You can't stack the DSPs like that. So you literally have to adjust one, exit out, load in the other one.
Do the other one.
So what I would do is I would do a D810 external DSP, and then do all LC amplifiers. So I do the LC6, I do the LC8 4.8. So the LC 61200, the LC 4.800, then whatever sub amp. With the DM 810, you can do that. So that's where you'd want to be.
Okay. Where do I connect my infinity tweeters? I don't wanna burn them. Do I just put the resistor? And what does connect the pillars?
So if you're buying a standard set of tweeters, let's say Infinity or any other brand for that matter, most of them are going to come with some form of a high-pass crossover. It looks either like a little, what we call the Tootsie Roll, which is just a bass blocker with some shrink wrap over it. Might come nice. I think those come nice. They come with a cool little box, plastic box, and inside of it, it may have a couple dip switches. So that's attenuation for the tweeters. Some tweeters will give you negative 4, 2, 0, +2, +3, and the attenuation. 0 is really where you want to go if you want to run them forever, unless you're going to be what we call low level listening, meaning you want a lot of tweeter, but you're going to be listening to it quiet for most of the time.
Right.
Then it's okay to attenuate them up, but keep in mind when you start cranking up the volume, they're going to hate life a lot faster than the rest of the speakers in the car. Most of the time, we set them for whatever the first negative attenuation is when we're doing that, because tweeters are extremely excitable and they don't need a lot of power.
Right.
Now, as far as where you're going to put them, that's up to you and your location.
What's up from PA?
What's up?
Saludos, Luis. Can you run a 1200 watt on the stock electrical system?
Can I run a what?
1200 watts.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I mean, depends on how efficient that 1200 watt amp is. It's always a good idea to add a second battery. However, if you're getting one of these newer, really efficient, high power amplifiers, you might be okay. But I would still kick around the idea of adding in that second battery into the rear just to make your amplifiers a little better.
See what he wants.
After all, you're buying a big amplifier. There has to be power there in order to do it. Otherwise, what's the point of buying a 1200 watt amp if you're not going to do that? No B&O updates. No, that's not on the list yet. Oh, trust me, they're hiding that one from me if they had that, because the question is on the Ford Bang & Olufsen system, do they have a fix for that yet? And the answer is no. At least not one that they're willing to talk about. It's up from New Zealand. Hey. Okay, so there was one here. That JBL Silver you guys reviewed a few weeks ago. How would it sound in a 2017? Ooh, yeah, Z370. Would it fit? So you definitely have to lose the tire, because remember, this 370Z is the exact same trunk as Fernando's G35, G37, okay? So it's not going to fit in the tire. You're going to have to lose the tire, but if you mount it where the tire goes, it's going to pound. It's going to pound even more than it did in Fernando's car. Keep in mind, you have to make sure it's tight. You have to make it tight. When we put that in there, man, you could literally grab that thing and shake the car. That's the whole secret to that subwoofer. I like how you're reading the stuff in the chat and agreeing with Dean without even knowing. Okay, somebody's arguing. Can two kicker KX monos be installed in the same vehicle? Yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, yeah. I mean, like if you want to run two KX 800s, yeah, because the bass knob for those, you can do multiple amplifiers with them. It's a programmable bass knob, so you can actually, I want to say it was like 4 amplifiers you could program to the bass knob. So yeah, that would be no problem if you want to do big ones. Because trust me, Kicker builds big SPL vehicles still. They're one of the last guys that are still doing that because they know you guys like that stuff. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. Killer video on the heat shrink. Thanks. Let's see. What do we got here? Would I need an epicenter if I use an LC2i? An LC2, okay, so that was a wonderful question. So an LC2i has a feature called AccuBase. AccuBase is not the same as an epicenter. AccuBase is designed to fix bass roll-off. Bass roll-off is an anomaly that gets put into a factory system so that as you're turning the volume up, picture volume going like this up linearly, going up like this as you're turning up the volume. So if this is all the frequencies, they're going up, getting louder, getting louder. And then what happens is, so you don't blow speakers as we're going up, the subwoofer branches off like this, and the mids and highs keep going up. That's called bass roll-off. That's an attenuation that the manufacturer puts in there so that you don't blow your speakers. That consequently sucks big time for an aftermarket subwoofer because now your subwoofer is plateaued. Which means if you turn the volume all the way up and set your gain, and then you're not going to have that, it's going to do some really strange stuff. So AccuBase was designed for you to go in with your ear and kind of hear where that roll-off is and roll it down and get it to work. It's hard to use, I'm not going to lie. Even with all the tools we have, still setting up AccuBase is a real pain in the butt. What an epicenter is a harmonic restoration device. It looks at the audio coming into it, meaning the song you're listening to. So if the song you're listening to is, let's say, some 80s Van Halen or some Latin music with the polka sound to it, or anything that just has like a and doesn't go boom, boom, an epicenter will give you that. So if you're listening to something that has crappy bass, It's a harmonic restoration, so it'll go ahead and go in there and add in that bass. So it's like a really cool more better bass button. So they're two totally different things. So if you get a, so really what you just want is a generic, you wouldn't want to, it'd be tough. You could use both is what I'm getting at. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to try to go back through some of these. How well will the Audio Control LC 1.800 drive a single Focal K212 sub-wired series at 2 ohm? Yeah, it'll be good. I mean, it's nice. It's a lot of power. Those amplifiers are a ton of power. I just replaced the factory speakers on a 2016 Toyota Highlander with the kicker speakers. Sounds a little better, but there's not a lot of bass coming from Cummings. Thoughts, do I need an amp or a new radio? It's a Toyota. I can tell you right now, Toyotas suck. However, adding something small like a kicker key to it might just be what you're looking for, because that's going to go ahead and re-EQ it and add in time alignment. So it's definitely the easiest, most cost-effective way to do before you go out and spend all the money on a radio. It's way cheaper. More than likely, it'll give you what you're looking for. The other thing to do is possibly add some form of a subwoofer. We'd have what we now call the Haley system, which is a set of nice kicker KS components that go in there, or any speaker for that matter, a kicker key to power them off of the factory radio, and then adding a Rockford P300 subwoofer into there to give you that finished bottom end. Sounds phenomenal, and you can do it all high level off the factory radio. Have you retrofit a 3-way component system in a 2-way design system before or often? Not really, no. I'm going to go with no on that one. Have you guys tried the new Rockford powered sub for specifically the 8-inch ported? What do you, okay, so we've, okay, the 8-inch, no. We have it, we haven't tried it yet. The 500 12-inch, yes, we've sold every one that we've got. They're phenomenal, they sound great. My only complaint was they moved the harness. It used to be on this side, they've moved it to this side, so retrofitting them into cars that have the 300, it's a pain. Luckily, we leave enough of an umbilical cord, we can do that, but for the most part, we've just been putting them in new. What do we got here? Could you recommend your best bang for buck subwoofer? Maybe the Scar Audio stuff? I mean, if you're looking for the SPL type, but it's reasonably priced, big magnet stuff. So if you're into that, I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, it just depends what your budget is. But there's a ton of subwoofers out there that sound good that don't break the bank. Pioneer also makes pretty decent subwoofers for the money. What are your thoughts on up and coming Alpine processor and high-res components coming out? Meaning, do you think it's going to happen? So high-res components, Alpine makes all of them. So S, R, X are all high-res. The new R's are out. Those sound good. We've played with those. We've done a ton of stuff with the X. S is still there. I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of the S's. I don't like them. I don't like the way they sound. That's okay. The new R-type amplifiers, we got to hear them and look at them. I think it's one of the cleanest looking amplifiers Alpine's made in a long time. It's very sexy looking, and it doesn't have a lot of Lego pieces that go on it that just drive me crazy. So that's nice. As far as a processor goes, we'll see. There's grumblings, little words being talked here and there that they might be stepping their game up. Right now, they're buying processors from people, and we know this because if you look at the processor that I have that everyone keeps asking me to review because it's sitting on the shelf, the Dayton over there, great processor, great software, consequently, same software that's in the PXE-0850S. Same processor. They have a new 8-channel amplifier in Europe that they're using that they're not selling here in the USA that's a direct competitor for the other 8-channel like Otis and Vorza that we have. They're buying that one as well, and it actually uses the same software as that cool 8.8 Phoenix Gold that's sitting right here. Strange. I know, right? So a lot of family interaction going on. What do you think about the Kenwood XR amplifiers? Love them. Love them. Love them. Never had an issue with Kenwood amplifiers. I know there's a lot of like, oh, why does Kenwood use screw down terminals and why don't they do this? And it's like on the higher end ones, they use, the kind that everyone likes. Um, they don't bother me either way, but I love the Kenwood amplifiers. Very reliable, a lot of power. I have a 2015 CRV Bluetooth. The problem doesn't work. Do you recommend a good stereo system? Yeah, pick up a new radio. I mean, I'd definitely go upgrade to CarPlay, something like that. You can get into CarPlay radios real reasonable depending on whether you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I would upgrade to something like that. Check out everyone. Alpine's got that new W650 that's just killing it. Pioneer still makes a bunch, and then of course Kenwood has. If you're really trying to go for the best of the best, thank you, sir. Check out the 9906. That's all going to be wireless. What is a good front-facing camera for the 9905? So, PAC or Echo Master, as I say, they make a couple little cool front cameras that are in this cool little mount. I don't have one here I'd show you, but go over to echomaster.com and check them out. There's about 200 cameras there to choose from. You'll definitely find one that will work. NVX is actually, it isn't their house brand. I could be a dealer if I wanted to. But yes, they do. They are definitely the bigger company. They might actually own the brand too, but anyone can sell the stuff. But it's good stuff. We've dealt with the wire and a couple speakers people have brought in. The Alpine processor is supposed to be 13 channels in and 13 channels out. I wouldn't be surprised. 13 would make sense because you need that odd number to do the center channel. Hopefully, we'll see something like that here. If you know something that I don't, by all means, let me know because I'll be anxious to see it. Right now, the one has 12, so that's not bad. Heat shrink wire and loom vid, which came out today, was awesome. Be great in a playlist with car audio tools and supplies. Well, we do. We do have a playlist that is tools. So there is a whole tools playlist that you can check out. It's called Tools from the Install Bay, I think is what it's called, right?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we do have a video where we talk about tools. We used to do a lot more tool reviews, but then we kind of ran out of tools to review. But there is a playlist in there with tools.
Do you okay?
Plus, you can go to DNF Tool Drawer and find all the tools there.
No, they're not the same. Boyo and EchoMaster are not the same.
So, all right. Full disclosure. Boyo is a straight up manufacturer. So they manufacture a lot of stuff for a lot of people. So they're a build house, which means you call them up, you say, hey, I need this, and they will make that for you. That's not to say that they also don't just make stuff, like tag cams and stuff like that. I need a tag cam for a Dodge. All right, Boyle makes a tag cam for a Dodge. There you go. They also own a couple patents on cameras, license plates. Believe it or not, there's a patent on that, and Boyle owns it. So if you want to make a tag cam, guess what? You're buying it from Boyo. Yep. That'd be the reason why Alpine makes a square camera, and then they sell a license plate frame, and the two are not attached. And then Crime Stopper also did the same thing. They made a license plate that didn't come with the camera because they don't want to pay Boyle the fees. So otherwise, you're just buying a license plate. So that's how a lot of these places are getting around it. So, yeah.
What's up from Holland?
And what's wrong with the Boyle camera? My favorite camera is made by Boyle, sold by EchoMaster.
Nice.
Actually, the problem with it is when Boyle decides that they don't want to support a product line anymore, it's gone because
they just cut it off.
They said we're not going to make it anymore. But
all right.
Actually, PAC is starting to make their own cameras now. So I'm sorry, EchoMaster is starting to make some of their own EchoMaster cameras. So they're going to slowly but surely. But the thing is there's like 250 cameras on their website because there's a lot of specialty need cameras. So they do make some of their own cameras, but then they're supplemented by Boyo, which there again, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
If they're a Canyon manufacturer, I can't, for all you guys that shoot Nikon, the chip is made by Sony. Oh my God, no. Okay, so there again, not that big of a deal.
All right. Can I get really good sound quality and a low budget, or I'm out of luck?
I'm gonna say yes, depending on what your expectations are. Okay, so there again, put it in perspective. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm not gonna get like Flax Sound or K2 Sound or Virtus Sound or any of those sounds for $1,000. Okay, but for $1,000, I can get. If I'm gonna do the install myself,
Okay.
I can buy a nice set of components.
Okay.
Nice set of components you can get for $150. Nice
Right.
set. I didn't say great set. I said nice set. So, $150 to $200. I can get a really nice set of front components.
Yeah.
I can get some Exelons. I can get some TSDs.
I would go. Okay, I would
I
go.
could get some
Like
auditors.
low budget sound quality. I would go
Hold
with a
on.
kicker key.
Well, that's where I was going. I was gonna say we could do a kicker key.
Yep.
And
Kicker
then,
KS.
Well, yeah. There again, we're doing budget, so KS might be out of the budget.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're close though. They're under that $200. So you do a nice set of components
Yeah.
under $200. You're gonna do a kicker key. You get a
Mhm.
nice 8-gauge power kit.
Mhm.
There again, if you're installing it yourself, you can do a P300.
Yep.
Or if you don't need a lot of bass, you can get one of those things that slides up underneath the seat.
Mhm.
Okay, which we did the other day, which I will be the first to tell you was shocked out of my mind.
Yeah.
That was the Alpine one, wasn't it?
That was the other one.
Dude, we did that Alpine little amplified 8-inch thing and we bolted it into the. Oh my! I was like, what, dude? No! Oh my
It have
god!
to be bolted in.
Oh, this thing was so tight. I mean, we could
Yeah.
literally there again, just like the 8-inch, the JBL sub we
The
put in your
JBL
car.
sub. Yep.
You have to be able to grab it, and the
Yep.
whole car shakes.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think you can do it. If
Yeah.
you're talking $1,000. Oh, I don't know. At Pat, you got at least $1,000, and that's keeping in mind you're dealing with the factory radio.
I'm gonna say a little bit more than $1,000.
Well, I mean, 1,500 now you can get a radio. 1,500 you go up, you get a radio. So now you don't have that to worry about.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, but keep in mind, what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
if you're just doing it to do it, prove a point, yeah. But I mean, if you're doing it and you're like, or it just depends. I mean, where are you going with it? I mean, I'm only gonna have the car for 6 months. I don't want to put a lot of money into it. Anyways.
All right, Matthew. I would recommend you to go with the Fox box. He has 2 Rockford T1 shallow mounts.
Okay.
And he has a sealed box.
Yeah.
So
What
it's
kind of
like it's a F250.
Oh yeah, go with Fox
So
Box.
it's like
Make sure you have the grills though. You want to order the grills for those woofers. If you don't have the grills, it's not gonna work. You need the grills. Get the grills.
Box,
Hey guys,
baby.
what a question? But you did a DSP on a stock set. What?
hey
What's that
guys, this might be weird question, but could you do and add a DSP on the stock system? Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
You can do DSP and everything.
So, what do you need to look for if you want to add a DSP to a stock system? Depends. There's a couple different things. Off the top of my head, when I think of integration, I always think of Audio Control because Audio Control is the company that introduced that LC2i, LC7i, LC6i. Everyone always wants to buy those because that's like the go-to. That's what I need if I'm going to do high-level integration. Guess what? They built into their amplifiers. They're called an LC
Because
6.1200 and a 4.800 because they have that LC7i built into it. All right, so they took their best-selling piece of technology and boom. Now, when you get into a D series that has the DSP built into it, there again, it also still has the LC7i built into it. If you buy a DM608, that's 6 channels of input. I'm holding up 4 fingers, I know that. It's 6 channels of input. Guess what the input section is on it? It's an LC7i, okay? What does that mean for you? If you have just a radio that has front and rear outputs, bonus, no problem. 4 wires, you're done. If you have something that has front tweeter mid-range, and let's say sub, no problem. You can do summing. Boom, just like you can on an LC7i.
What's up, Germany?
Everything you can do with an LC7i, you can do with a DM608. Now, if you get it to a DM810, that's like having the LC8i. So,
Yep.
plus it has AccuBass. Yay, which we covered earlier in the show.
What's that?
So, yeah. Or just buy
alright.
a Forza. It has 8 channels in, 8 channels out. It's a beautiful thing.
How would you recommend connecting 2 small AGM batteries together?
4 gauge. Put them
4-gauge
real
wire.
close to one another.
Yeah.
Make little jumpers that go between the two.
Yeah.
Mount them into a firm location. And then whatever I have feeding it, have a fuse between whatever I have feeding it and the batteries as close as humanly possible.
Switzerland.
That's
Hello.
about it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Hello from Norway.
Hey. Can I run regular batteries with
With
lithium batteries?
lithium
Well, yeah,
batteries.
of course. Everyone, you do that all the time. Been
Yeah.
doing that for years and years and years. So, what you're going to want to do, though, is... Okay, so the question is always, do I need that isolator? Do I need that gigantic relay? I should bring one of those over here and just put it on the shelf. Do I need that? The answer is yes and no. Okay, if you daily drive the crap out of this car and you're just constantly moving,
See
it's
you,
constantly
Jason.
doing your thing, you're constantly going places, and it's never sitting for that long. Well, you're probably going to be fine without the big relay in the car. However, if you're like me and you really don't drive your car that much, then yeah, get the relay. Now, will the relay hurt anything? No, but people are kind of tight. I understand that. And it's like, where can I save money? Well, that's one of the things you can save money on if you want. However, plan on buying one at some point. It's not going to hurt anything to have it. It's actually going to be better. And now your question is, if I got regular crappy batteries up front and I got really cool batteries in the back, yeah, sure, get the relay. I mean, why wouldn't you? That's what it's there for.
Yes.
And the nice thing is they are waterproof, so they don't actually have to be in the car. They can go in the front under the hood. You put them anywhere you want.
All right.
Just keep in mind those are hot leads on there. So.
All right. So River say, hey, how you run and power to an LC2i, and will you fuse it?
So okay, an LC2i. What I'm going to do, if I'm putting in an LC2i, is I'm going to use the power wire that I'm running back to the amplifier to power my LC2i power on ground, okay? So I'm going to take my 3 18-gauge wires and I'm going to connect them remote, power, ground, right in with the amplifier so that all three of them are there. What we typically do is when we're putting in our ring terminal or our ferrule, this is a ring terminal, I don't know, I think this is a 4 gauge. We'll run all the wires, so we'll run our trigger wire, which is our 18 gauge turn on, and our 4 gauge. They'll all go into this terminal and it'll get soldered and crimped and shrink wrapped and all that fun stuff. And then we're mounting the high level to low level right next to our amplifier. Now, if we're not doing that, like we have to mount the LC2i someplace else.
Montreal, what's going on?
In that case, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to run a power and ground, whatnot, from another source, and or if it's far enough away, we are going to fuse it. But for the most of the part, if you can stack them right next to one another, then all you have to do is, there you go, use that power and ground. Because, I mean, you're going to be running the remote turn on back anyways. Just run all three there. It makes life real easy.
Okay, so I have a Phoenix Gold TI Series 5-channel amp, 25 by 4 and 500 by 1. Thoughts on that amp? You guys did an install little bit while back, yeah.
Yeah, I think we put in Jeff's truck.
Meaning with the Hertz Legend and coaxials in the back.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice amp.
That's nice amp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Keep going, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Rock on, boss. What was that? Hey, from Israel, what's going on? In your opinion, would you use 2 Kicker 12 CVRs or 2 10-inch Alpine R-types in a RAM? Ooh, I would be running a 500-watt Alpine mono to each woofer. Ooh. So, I'm going to go 10s. I like the 10s better in the RAM. When I had my RAM, I had 2 10s. I love the 2 10s. We do a lot of 2 12s because, hey man, it's got a hole for 12s. Let's put 12s in it. I'm not that guy. I feel like it's a small box. It's really not going to give you the adequate sound you need or the airspace you need
bigger
for a
is
12.
better.
Bigger is not always better. 10s. And I would get a Fox box.
All right. So do you check the alignment from the tweeter or from the woofer?
So most of the time, you're going to use the woofer. Okay. However, do both, meaning get the measurement for both. Since you're in there, measure both. What we found happens from time to time, because it is a coax, or not a coaxial, but because it is a component sharing the same crossover, depending on where they're mounted, if they're up here, typically the mid-range is cool. But if they're right here, this kind of does some weird stuff. So what we found is that we'll use the mid-bass first, and like I said, most of the time, like 9.9 times out of 10, the mid bass is perfect for what we're trying to do. We get a good image, we get a nice center image, and it sounds wonderful. But there's that point one time, which was last week. Do you remember what that was? No. I don't either.
But I tried.
Oh, it was an F-150. It was the F-150 that has the tweeter far back, and that sounded terrible.
Yep.
So we couldn't get it to. So we ended up using our tweeter measurement for our imaging, and it was like, yeah, cool. So, yes.
Yeah.
Mid-range.
No, definitely. I tried in my car. I tried the tweeters, and that was not.
Oh, it was terrible.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
so I went to the woofer, and that was.
But yeah, you're gonna use the woofer.
All right. Let's see. Are you able to add a subwoofer to a 2016 Corvette without giving up factory space to the store? T-Tub, what would you recommend?
So do a search for fiberglass Corvette box, because I know we've gotten them in before. I don't remember who we got them from. You could possibly email Paul, because he might remember, because he's the one that buys that stuff. But yeah, we've done several Corvettes that we've put boxes into the tub we ordered a fiberglass box for. Fit right in, sounded amazing.
Yep.
So yeah.
Can you recommend a quality amp kit? Stinger.
Yeah.
Stinger. We use Stinger all the time.
That's all we use is Stinger.
Yep.
I mean, so for those of you that don't want to use Stinger, Kicker makes an excellent kit. Rockford makes an excellent kit.
Correct.
Anything that has 100% copper oxygen-free cable in it is going to probably be a pretty good kit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think? iPad Dash versus stereo, like a regular radio.
I like the regular radio.
You like the regular radio?
You know. Okay. So the only time that. All right. So in Doug's truck.
Yeah.
He's got the only.
Well, he got both.
Well, no, but what I'm saying, no, he doesn't. He has the. Well, all right, follow me. Let me finish. So he has the only system that I see an iPad Dash in the dash working, and that is because you have that guy right there.
Yeah, the Sony.
Which is the.
The GS9.
You have the Sony GS9.
So hang on. That's what I say. He got both.
Yeah, he's got both, but technically, so if you've got a GS9, which is the best radio in the world,
Single
this is
DIN.
it. Single DIN. This is it. PRS-80 ain't it, my friends. This guy. This is the best single DIN radio. This is the best radio, period. I'm going to put it up against it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
With the one caveat.
What happened?
You have to be doing high-res files. Not high-res audio and all you snake oil goofballs out there. If you're running DSD, if you're running 192.24.
When you talk about like, okay, let's do sound quality. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
This is.
So if I'm doing that radio, yes, I want an iPad.
But that exactly.
Because I can have lots of storage, I can put all my files on my iPad, and I can go to town.
Yeah.
And I can use that bitchin' DAC that's built into it through the
yeah.
front. But the thing is it's got to plug in through the front, so you have to make that unit has to be set back in the dash really far.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
So that's the only problem with it. But yeah, if you're using that radio, totally.
If you need something for the 2003 Accord, harness, dash kits, antenna adapters, whatever, check packaudio.com.
Pack-audio.
Pack-audio.com
Yeah.
or metraonline.com.
iPad Dash seems like a lot of work for, is it even worth a flat EQ? You know, there again, it just comes down to whether, you know, work is what you put into it. So, Steve Mead has an iPad Pro in the Dash, in the Tahoe. Yeah,
why not?
There again.
You
Why
can
not?
put whatever you want.
Whatever turns you on.
Yeah.
What
you're trying to do is...
I'm not going to put one in my Camaro.
No, I'm not going to put one in mine.
But that doesn't mean you can't put one in your car.
Correct. Yeah. I was so intense. I remember when I can we make a template for...
And actually, we saw the car at the show where he did that. And I was like, oh, well, we didn't think of that. That looks way easy.
But I was like, I was into it. And then I was in love with the 4200. And then... the DSP came out, and I was like, I'm done. That's it. I'm married.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Somebody say, hang on. Okay, what do you guys do with all the speakers that you took out from the cars?
Wait. Time out.
Oh, I'm like... What is leaking in here?
It's the air
It's
conditioner.
the air conditioner.
It's sweaty.
Yeah.
So one of the funniest comments we get is, okay, so these right here behind me, these are all T-harnesses that we order from whatever to do integration into radios. Anytime we're doing high level to low level, I scour the internet to find or make a T-harness so that we don't have to cut your harness.
Yeah.
Every now and then we do, but I look to try to find any situation where I don't have to cut the harness. I don't want to cut your harness. However, the one harness I'm going to cut every time is that speaker harness in the door. That thing's gone, okay? I'm whacking that thing off. However, I'm going to whack it about 1.5 inches off of the speaker.
Yeah.
And what we do with that is we cut it off, and now we solder in our connections, we do what we need to do there, yada, yada, yada. We take that plug that we just cut off, we clip it into the speaker, and we take that speaker, and we put them in a box, and we give them back to the customer because we don't want them.
Right there.
And that's there actually because there's a set of 4 speakers over there the customer didn't want back, and I actually wanted it for a demo I'm going to do. So I was like, yeah, I'll gladly keep your speaker. But so there you go. This is a cut-off harness right here. Now, the reason why we cut them this far off and not flush, which is the rookie move, or the guy that you just want to go, oh, dude, seriously? Why did you do that? Because we can solder these back on.
And you can have your factory
And then you can have your factory speakers plugged right back in. Yay! However, so the real question is, those factory speakers we give back to the customers, which we give them all back, where do you think those end up?
In the garbage.
They all end up in the garbage. You know why? Because they don't care.
No.
How many factory speakers in the, 6, 7 years you've been here have you put back in? Maybe 2?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe 2, possibly 3?
Yeah, but it's not like, oh my God,
so,
constantly. And, like, soon as we take it out, we put it in the trunk, on the passenger side, and everything. So it's not like we have tons of speakers over here. Or the radios, the same thing. Everything comes out from the car, we give them back.
Yeah, we got a small enough install, baby. We don't need any of that crap laying around.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see what we got here. I took a Bose speaker from an Acura and put them in a good box and used the stock amp. They sound great. You know, I had a guy, this was years ago. Yes, that would probably work. So speaker's a speaker. It doesn't matter, whatever. So I had a guy that he wanted that Bose speaker because they're only like that. They're like the Virtus Nanos or Carbons we have over there. They're skinny because they, or like the Illusions where they put the magnet on the front. Okay, so he bought 4 of the Bose like Cadillac speakers and made a box for them because he wanted the narrowest box he could possibly build. And obviously he wasn't aware of Illusions back then, so he would have bought those. But I was like, okay, why not? And he's like, dude, and I got them for like $50 a piece. I was like, all right, whatever works for you, bro.
All right, I hear the Kicker L7T is in production and ship early next month. I'm excited. Any truth on that?
So,
where do you hear that, man?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so here's a funny story. All right, so for those of you that okay, so Kicker is coming out with a new square woofer. So for those of you that have never seen
we're gonna be here on the 13th. No problem. You can come back and meet us. Take pictures.
You guys, this is the L7 Q we have over there. It's the pull apart. So this is a square woofer. So it is by far one of the things that Kicker is known for world over. Is that you say square woofer, you think Kicker L7. Well, Kicker makes a ton of speakers. Okay. As you can see here, they make a ton of speakers, and this is why I actually have this because
they make more.
You know, it's like I can't keep track of them. Yeah. This is that guy there, so that's the top of the pyramid. Anyways, so they came up with this wonderful idea that they were gonna make, because like our favorite shallow woofer, the Comp RT, is they're gonna make a L7 RT. It's awesome, and you guys have actually already seen it, and you don't know it. Okay. So, if you go back and you watch the Kicker video where I went to Kicker, there's a scene in the movie where we're in a room and I'm doing a pan of a Kicker that's mounted in this giant aluminum bracing system, okay, that they use to measure their teal small parameters, okay? And I kind of pan across the woofer, All right.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm panning across, the video stops because if I would have kept going,
Yeah.
you would have seen that there's no magnet on the. It was just little. The woofer was only this deep. That was the Kicker L7RT.
L7T.
L7T.
Yeah.
It truck. Okay. That was it. You guys have seen it. You didn't know you saw it, but you've seen it. Okay. Funny. When I was editing the video, I called Lori up. And I said, hey, Lori, guess what I have? And then she's like, oh, well, we should probably not show that. So what was going to happen is we were working out a really cool project with them to show that woofer and like talk about it. And we're still going to do something with them on that woofer because it's a big deal for them and we wanted to be part of it and they wanted us to be part of it. We were going to do something. We're trying to do something at CES. It didn't work out because there was delays and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, you know, here it is. First quarter's over. Second quarter's getting ready to start.
It's almost there.
Fingers are crossed that yes. But as soon as we know something, we're gonna tell you guys all about it because this is gonna be a really big deal for Kicker.
Yep.
And there again, it's gonna be a really big deal. You're gonna be able to get a nice square woofer in a shallow box. That ought to be cool. What could
And
go
you
wrong?
guys are gonna be the first people to know. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, you've already seen
we're gonna
it,
be the first ones.
Yeah, but no. And when I talked to her last week, she didn't. She just said, it's coming. It's still coming." And we're like, "Oh, thank God." So,
all right.
Yeah.
Tony say, when I opened my door on my 2018 F-150, the subwoofer make a thumping sound for about 2-3 seconds. I have an audio control D4.800.
Yeah.
Hook up as a 2.1 system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's happening is the truck is waking up and you're hearing that because it's using the auto sense or the GTO circuit to wake up, and it's as just the speaker in the door is moving and you're hearing that movement because it's feeding back into the amplifier. So things you could do differently to have that stop is not use the GTO circuit. Go in and hook it up to an actual accessory power so that it only comes on when the car is on. The downside to doing that is that like your headlights, because I'm assuming you're using it high level, like the headlights, like if you have the headlights on, any chime that happens when the key is not in the ignition is going to disappear.
Yep.
However, so will that noise. So it's one of those decisions.
Yep.
The other thing too is to check and see if the speaker mounted in the door is mounted firmly. Like it's not loose at all. I mean, I doubt it is, but that would be, make sure that whoever, if you put it in or if somebody else put it in, make sure it's mounted in a nice strong baffle and it's not doing this when you're opening the door. Because if that cone starts moving, then yeah, you might get noise.
All right. Thinking about adding the Kicker key amp on my Honda Accord factory head unit. But what do I do about the bass roll-off?
Oh, one other thing on the F-150. If it had a center channel, okay, if it had the center channel speaker, and of course you're not using it, if you get a pack LP72, it's a high level to low level adapter that generates a remote turn on, okay? Connect it there. Use the LP72, power ground, and tap the speaker. You're not going to be using the RC outputs. It's not what you're doing it for. You just want to get the remote turn on that it's going to generate there. Try connecting it to that and then running that over to the amplifier's remote turn on section and see if that fixes the problem. It's about a $40 high level to low level. You could probably find it for $20 or whatever, 25, 30 bucks.
But that might fix it.
That might fix it. We've used that on Mustangs before for very similar problems.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
All right, thinking about adding a Kicker key amp on my Honda Accord factory head unit.
Okay.
But what do I do about the bass roll-off for subs?
So that's not the only problem you're going to have in your Honda Accord, is that the Honda Accord, if you have the tweeters, are actually capped, and they don't cap them at the tweeter. They actually put a base blocker for the tweeter about 18 inches in line buried up in the dash somewhere. So you have a lot of fun problems with that Honda. The bass roll-off is the least. And the bass roll-off really isn't that bad in the Honda Accord. It sucks, but it doesn't... honestly, you're not gonna hear a ton of bass roll-offs in that car. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Right.
Starting a Friday show
So
now.
now
No, no,
I'm
no.
late.
The
No,
reason
no,
why
no.
we're doing the Friday show, let me fill in all the latecomers.
Yep,
The only
yep.
reason why we're doing the Friday show is tomorrow's Saturday. You're off tomorrow.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, so
We're going to be doing a live show as we always do on Saturday. I have two special guests coming in from Amp Global, specifically from PAC. So we have some new show and tell products that we're going to talk about from them. So what we wanted to do today was just come on and say, hey, tomorrow we're going to have show and tell day. I'm going to have two guys from PAC here. We're going to talk about new products that they have. We have the Elevate, Evil 8, whatever that we're going to talk about, and one of the products tomorrow is directly has to do with this guy. So we wanted to just come on and get you excited about tomorrow's show, and plus since we're here and we finished our work, I know, right? What did we do? 5 cars today? It was like crazy.
Yeah.
But they were all fortunately mind-numbingly boring, so we burned right through them. And because tomorrow you might not get to ask us the questions because we're going to be talking about product, I figured, hey, let's do a quick Q&A. So that's why we're here. Don't forget to watch tomorrow's show at 6 o'clock as always with the special guests.
Yay.
I'm so excited. It's
Yeah.
going to be fun. Trust me. I'm looking forward to these products because these are products that you guys have been asking us for a while, and to finally have, there's 3 of them that they might bring, 2 of them for sure. It's that third one. Oh my God, I hope they bring it because we've been wanting to talk about these things for a while. As you guys know, we have a really good working relationship with them and a lot of the vendors. And there's certain things like we were just talking about the kicker sub that we just can't talk about because we want to be able to bring you guys these things when the opportunity arises. So part of doing that is non-disclosure to where we can't talk about certain things. Sure, we beat around the bush and we talk about things that, most of the time you can kind of figure it out. But as long as we just don't say it, they don't get too pissed at us.
Correct.
Anyways.
All right. Do you
10 days.
Yes. Do you know any updates for the Pioneer NEX 8400 for wireless features besides the 2 phone can be used?
What are we talking about?
8400.
8400, dual phone pairing.
Yep. Any
Bluetooth
updates?
Well, there was an 8400 update in November.
Okay.
Was the update for it?
Yeah.
So it took it from 1.0 to 1.01.
So the best way to do it is go to the website.
PioneerElectronics.com. Type in the top
The
right-hand
model number.
corner is a search. So you're going to type in AVIC W8400 NEX. And then it'll take you to the page. You can click on it. You can go to updates, or it might be called support. Scroll down. But yes, there was an update in November. Was the last update. We just did an update today on a 4400.
And a 4400.
That was exciting. And that fixed a lot of things for that. So,
Yeah.
yay.
Yay.
Love me some updates.
All right. So let's see. No matter how well I seal my enclosure on my P3 sub, sounds like it has a leak.
Ooh.
When you press it, there are 3 boxes.
Yep.
And there is no leak.
Okay.
The same sub. Okay. Error, skipping noise, maybe factory issue. Huh.
So there is
Besides, Scotty.
so there is an anomaly with subwoofers to where you get a funky sound is the easiest way. The cone makes noise. Okay? And it's the motor structure, it's not the cone, but keep in mind the speaker's moving. There's parts in there, just like in your car, and they're under pressure and they're moving. And a lot of the times, believe it or not, you know where the air would come out of a lot of woofers was the screw holes. So like in my Dodge Ram, when I had the seal box and that, I would get air leaking out of the screw hole. Or what we run into all the time is the speaker cup.
The speaker cup.
Speaker cups leak all the time. Speaker cups suck. So what we'll do, like in the one downfiring box that we do in the Jeep, we actually, when we're done, is we cover the whole back side of the cup with silicone, so that it doesn't leak. Actually, we use hot glue. Same
hot
thing.
glue,
But screw holes, speaker cups are great places for air to leak.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, sometimes you just get a woofer that makes a funny noise, like a squeaky noise, or it could be an air leak noise. And there's nothing wrong with anything. It's just, it's a noise, and it's annoying. And another woofer might not do it.
Right.
So, Yeah.
All right. Can you recommend a good small footprint 5-channel amplifier?
The smallest footprint 5-channel amplifier. You have the Rockford T1005.
Uh-huh.
That's annoying.
That's
And then you also have the new Kenwood.
the Kenwood, the new 800 point.
801.5? Is that it?
801.5, yeah.
800.
Yeah. The
When we
new
just-
Kenwood 5-channel.
The new Kenwood 5
Yeah.
channel, the small one with
Yes,
the screw down
correct.
terminals everyone loses
Yeah.
their mind over.
Mhm.
That's pretty small. It's like this big. That's the picture I just put up on Instagram in
Correct.
the 350.
Yes.
Um,
Now, wait.
We have an. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Wait. Phoenix Gold make this.
Yeah, this is the new. Ah, good call. I'm glad you saw it. This is the
I'll
new
be right
MX
back.
8. So this is the 805. They actually make 3 amps in this series. Look at that. The back's already off. How cool is that? Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't love the backside of an amplifier, right? Isn't that sexy? Ooh. So they make 3 amplifiers in this series, and they're all 800 watts. They make an 804, an 805, and an 801. But yeah, this is pretty small. And these are pretty reasonably priced too. Power-wise, the Rockford and this one are going to be the more power. Price-wise, this is going to be the most power for dollar. So you might want to check out this new Phoenix Gold amp here. So there's 3 amps to choose from. Hot dog. So I lost my guy. It was ringing. We lost Fernando. So let's see what we got here. 801.5 or 901.5 are both very small. They are both very small. This would be more compatible with the 901.5. Oh, why am I sitting it on there making all kinds of rattling noise? Hold on. If you want something that is a little bigger than that, if you go back to last Saturday's show, we had that guy right there. That's the 1005 with the DSP built into it. So that's also something to think about. If you have an unlimited budget, you can also get into the Otis and Prima amplifier line. They make the Vorza, which is an 8-channel, so you can turn that into a 6-channel or a 4-channel. It has a sub out. Oh, pretty amp. I know, right? How's the weather down there? Well, since you ask, it's hot and sunny. Actually, it's not hot. It's very sunny. It's nice. Today we got rain. There's puddles. Yeah, you kind of can't see them because we're getting a washout. But the weather is very nice. This is the best time of the year for us. This time of the year for us is what makes the rest of the year bearable. And I know where you're at, you probably have a similar weather condition like that too, where it's like, yay, this is the best time. This is why we put up with that crappy cold weather, because of this right here. This is it. Like running tonight, it'll be like 70 something. Oh, it'll be gorgeous. I think lows tonight are 67. It's pouring. It was pouring this morning.
That was crazy this morning.
Yeah, and it's great because, yeah, I love Florida rain.
It's gonna rain later.
No, it's not.
It's gonna rain.
No, Siri said it isn't.
No,
We asked Siri.
No,
Siri said there's no rain.
Yeah.
Tornado alert in Maryland.
Exactly.
So we don't get tornado alerts all that often, but
No.
which is funny. But just because obviously we're surrounded by water and all that fun stuff, we get
Yeah.
the biggest tornadoes. We get the hurricanes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess
We have fun with that.
yeah, I guess that sucks either way.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what do we got here? It's supposed to snow here in Iowa. Holy crap!
That's crazy.
I don't know. I grew up in Michigan. I lived there for 10 years, so I had 10 years of snow. I don't know how in the world you people stay there and live in that crap. I mean,
Love
I don't understand it. I know there are people, but yeah. Upgrade on your Morel speaker install in the Camaro. Updates would be, yeah, we still got the stuff. Honestly, we're so behind right now on all the reviews that we have to do
Oh, we
and
have to
everything.
do a lot. Like you guys saw the Sony right here that we show you. We have to do the Sony review. We have to do Phoenix Gold. We have to do tons of stuff.
So, and there again, we're not complaining. These are the TI amplifiers right here in that box. Right over here, these are the shell mount, the new Rockford P300 truck boxes. We have to get those shot.
Right behind it,
we got the stack of stuff here.
Right here in the back, we have. The
Oh
Sony,
yeah, we got So we're just trying to get through all this stuff and make everything. Just wait. Actually, that's what we did with Kenwood. Is we never reviewed any of the 5 series stuff. We're just going straight to the 6 series. And then of course last week I lost my voice, so we had a slow week, but I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
it's just
It's one, and there again, not complaining. There's not complaints. We want to keep making as many high quality videos for you guys as possible on our race to 1,000, 100,000, whatever it is, 1,000. Race to 1,000. That's the boring life of Dean and Haley trying to get up to 1,000.
So just
right
share
now we're
this
just trying to get to
video
400.
Hang on. So just share this video. Go to your friends, family, and say,
Bullfrog.
go and subscribe. Go and subscribe. Hang on.
So the summer is coming. So the summer of the bullfrog. Yeah, we got these. We got these in wintertime, so we didn't know what kind of fun we'd have with these for the most part. But now that summer is coming, yeah, I think I might give these to Haley and let her try to film a video on them because they like to go to the beach and stuff like that. Well, she doesn't like it. She actually hates the beach, but her friends kind of like the beach.
That's my car.
So that was your car?
Yeah, I did the oil change.
Oh,
this morning,
you got an oil
right there,
change?
so.
Oh, I never even knew there was writing on the bottom of this.
What? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, the bullfrog.
Yeah.
Okay, so. where
So
we are-
also while we're thinking about it, so next week,
Next week.
which is May, it's gonna be the first week of May, Thursday. So
Oh,
we're gonna do our
yes.
Monday show like we
Yes.
always do, but on Thursday we're gonna have Justin from Direct DEI,
DI,
Viper,
Direct X. Yeah.
Direct X, Directed,
Direct X.
here,
Viper.
and we're
yeah.
gonna have some shirts to give away. Cause like anytime we wear a Directed T-shirt or a Viper T-shirt, someone always goes, "Dude, where do I get one of those?" Who knew, right? So I said, "Hey
I
man,
like that one.
What?
When he say, when do you have time to do customer cars?
I know, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So yeah, Thursday.
So Thursday we're gonna
have
do
Justin.
So Monday we still get to do our normal Q&A show, which will make all you guys happy. But on Thursday we're gonna interview him, talk to him about alarm stuff.
He's gonna give a surprise ass.
Yeah, we'll get shirts to give away.
There you
So
go, surprise.
for the Facebook guys that tune in, which if you don't have a Facebook account, I'm really sorry, but they're gonna be the guys that get the cool free shirts. All right.
Sorry.
Sorry. And you'll get to. I'm gonna try to save a couple. I don't know how many he's gonna give us, but
Yeah.
I'll try to save some for the Thursday rebroadcast or Friday rebroadcast of it, and see if I can get you guys something.
All right. So Kenwood DNX 996XR. It is worth it for the extra money. I
What
like
was
the
the question?
screen. The Kenwood, the new XR.
Oh, the XR radios?
Yeah, the 996XR.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I like it.
They're
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome
Yeah.
for sure. Okay. So, here we go. It has been an hour. Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow we're going to have guests. It's going to be fun. Show and tell. We always love the show and tell.
Correct.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us on this Friday. We hope you guys have a good, safe night tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow. You have the day off. You suck.
Yeah.
And we'll answer some more questions. They're going to be here from PAC. So if you have PAC questions, I'm just saying tomorrow's a really good time to ask them.
And if we don't answer your question today, sorry.
Well, they didn't even know we were going to be here. So
No,
it's
I'm
a
just saying.
bonus.
There
Yay.
you go.
You guys have a great night as always.